Busamika.
Obamusana.
Gini musawo omusoma guno Babygel. Mwana watugamba omulwadde tumutwala wa musawo. Mwana mulwadde tuli kumuleeta. Omubiri gwokya nnyo.
Globally, 5.1 million children die before 5 years of age, and of this death, 2.4 million occur during the first month of life. Sub-Saharan Africa takes the lion's share of neonatal mortality rate at 27 deaths per 1,000 live births. In Uganda, out of every 1,000 live births, 22.3 die within the first month of life. Infections are among the leading causes of this death, and they account for approximately 1/3 of all neonatal deaths in sub-Saharan Africa. To achieve the Sustainable Development Goal target of reducing neonatal death to less than 12 deaths per 1,000 live births, sustainable and effective low-cost interventions are needed.
Sanyo Africa Research Institute had its humble start in about 2013 when a group of researchers realized there was high maternal and infant mortality. And we realized that we needed to reduce this, especially in the low-resourced societies and communities in Uganda and the world over. We have made a vision and a mission to have a world where no mother dies because of pregnancy-related issues.
So the big study, which is the Babygel study currently, is taking place, and it started way back in 2019 as preliminary activities, but the actual big activities or the actual recruitment of the participants began in 2021 in January. And so we began the big study where we set out to investigate whether alcohol-based hand rub would be helpful in preventing newborn infections in our community. And this is mostly in Mbale district and Budaka district. So that study has been taking place where we have about 6,000 mothers who we expect to be enrolled into the study, half of whom will be able to receive the alcohol-based hand rub and half will not be able to receive it, but will be what we call in the control arm.
In Uganda, access to hand washing level stands at 38% in rural areas and 61.1% in urban areas. Hand hygiene is a high priority in the World Health Organization. The Save Lives, Clean Your Hands global campaign reported that hand rubs were not available or not affordable in many countries, yet improving their availability and accessibility saves lives. For effectiveness of this intervention, World Health Organization reported that users of the alcohol-based hand rubs, known as ABHR, should be properly educated about ABHR before using it. In fact, during the COVID-19 pandemic, alcohol-based hand rubs were used routinely to prevent acquisition of COVID-19. The confirmation of COVID-19 in Uganda led to implementation of strict hand hygiene measures, including widespread use of alcohol-based hand rubs or washing hands using soap and clean water. However, the practice of hand hygiene is not yet routinized. Additionally, the Ministry of Health messages do not focus on hand washing or use of alcohol-based hand rubs before touching the baby. There is no data that shows the effectiveness of alcohol-based hand rubs on reducing neonatal sepsis.
We are doing this study because we believe many of the infections, of the source of infection, could come from the baby's surrounding. So the question that we posit in this study is, can hand hygiene by the mother and the caretaker prevent newborn infection? We have 72 clusters. A cluster is either a village or a group of villages. Of the 72 clusters, 36 are given alcohol-based hand rub. That means every pregnant woman in that village who accepts to be a part of the study will be given 6 liters of alcohol-based hand rub and trained to use it. In the 36, it's standard of care. That means we tell them to do what they have been doing with the other babies and what currently the Ministry of Health advocates for.
The Babygel trial is being funded by the European and Developing Countries Clinical Trials Partnership, known as EDCTP. The University of Liverpool in the UK and Sanyo Africa Research Institute, known as SAFRI, in Uganda are running this trial, with SAFRI being the implementing partner. Other partners in this study include Liverpool School of Tropical Medicine, University of Exeter, University of Bergen, Makerere University, Busitema University, Mbale Regional Referral Hospital, and Ministry of Health, Uganda. This trial is being done in eastern Uganda in the districts of Budaka and Mbale, which includes 72 clusters in 114 villages. Majority of the population in these villages have limited or no access to the sanitizer nor daily soap for effective hand hygiene to prevent newborn infections. The project has 3 study sites known as hubs in Budaka, Nakaloke, and Busio. Each hub consists of 24 clusters divided into 2 groups, 12 being in the intervention and of which they get alcohol-based hand rubs, while the other 12 being the control, which use standard hand washing with water and soap. These were randomly selected. Each study hub is located within a health center, one within Budaka Health Center 4, the second within Nakaloke Health Center 3, and the third in Busio Health Center 4. 5,932 pregnant women will be enrolled in this study by the research midwives. The pregnant women are identified by the village health team member, and he or she notifies the research midwife about the potential participants. Well, let's go to the field and see what happens there.
The Babygel, they used to give me very good advice. If I had got that advice before, maybe I would not have lost the 3 babies. My delivery experience was through operation, and it was Babygel which came in and really helped. The following day, they called me in the office of Babygel. I went with the baby. They checked the code. After checking the code, they gave me some money for my upkeep while still in the hospital. Yeah, I finished there. It was 5 days. Then while they were discharging me, they gave me still medicine, the injectables, and some syrups. And since my baby has never fallen sick, and even myself as well, up to date, we are all fine. I used mostly to use that Babygel. Now, like whenever anyone could come to touch on the baby, first sanitize with that Babygel. I just say thank you very much, and you continue that heart.